I remember watching Tommy Harris in his first Bears minicamp. So this is with veterans. So he was going up against some offensive linemen. You just saw how quick he was when that ball was snapped and how quickly he could get around the blocker. You just saw it. You could tell that this guy's a football player. Were there any moments like that with Fields this weekend where you're like, yeah, that looks the part?
Well, again, it's his size, right? At 6'3", 230, at that position, you see it and you go, okay, and I wrote in my column in my, just sort of setting the tone from the weekend that even when he's just doing sort of the pre-practice jogging and warming up, he's got a purpose about him, right? And he's got this presence both physically and with the way he's working that you can tell immediately is contagious to the guys around him. And you heard it from some of his teammates over the weekend. Larry Borum, Daz Newsome said, look, like we're learning very quickly with this member of our draft class that he's all business and he wants to get work done. And because he wants to get work done, it sets a tone for the guys around him. Those are things that you can take away from the first weekend of Justin Fields' existence in a orange number 1 jersey.
Yeah, wait till you see him just kind of on the move as well. Like, he runs a legit 4.4. I mean, like at 6'3" and 220, like when he decides to tuck and go, I mean, not only can he go, he can run your ass over as well.
Well, and so I'll tell you this as well, because the one thing that I was looking forward to seeing that I didn't get to see was a high volume of deep balls, right? The more you go through his college film, you go, oh, God, these deep balls are not only accurate, but a lot of these they've got some zip on them. There's a fearlessness about him. And I know the Bears coaching staff is absolutely and just thrilled and enthralled to be able to use all that going forward. The fact that he is fearless in throwing it, the fact that he can throw it with success is going to open up this offense in so many different ways. They did very little vertical passing over the weekend. And so you're like, God, got to wait another week and a half, 2 weeks now to see that again. And I'm really eager to see it because I know the Bears are very confident that that's going to unlock parts of their offense that the last 2 years we were all going,
Darnell Mooney's very excited about this as well. And what I think, you know what, Dan, and so the one thing that I think we've all overlooked a little bit, they added some speed recently. Marquise Goodwin is a speed receiver that played most recently, I believe, with the 49ers. They signed the kid Bird. I think they had a good year last year from the Patriots. I think the biggest adjustment on the field that Justin Fields may have, Dan, is because he was such an accurate deep ball thrower, is learning in the NFL. Sometimes you take the layups and you don't always have to hit the home run. You don't have to read the field and hold it forever to hit that home run because sometimes they'll take it away. Sometimes throwing to the flat isn't a bad option.
No doubt. But also sometimes, and this is the other side of that coin that's very exciting, sometimes it's nice to have a 55-yard touchdown, right? Yes, and you guys remember when David Montgomery busted off that 80-yard touchdown run against the Texans last year. It was the first time in more than 2 years that the Bears scored from their half of midfield offensively, right? And so, I know privately there was a lot of talk in January about trying to get this offense unlocked by being a lot more consistent and precise and sound on third downs and in the red zone. Well, Matt tells you this weekend, with a guy like Justin Fields able to hit the big play, now you can reduce the third down opportunities you need. Now you can reduce your time in the red zone because sometimes you're going to score from outside the 20. Sometimes you're going to score in 4 plays instead of 13, right? And so these are the things that the big play capabilities bring to an offense, which are huge. And you mentioned those speed guys. Mike Furry, the receivers coach, mentioned those 3 guys, Mooney, Bird, and Goodwin, as guys who now can fully utilize their speed with a quarterback that can throw it past them and say, hey, just go run under it. Use your 4.4 speed and go get that thing.